Dekho, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. You look at a heavy Shakespeare play like Macbeth, you see all those old, dusty words, and your brain just says nope. It feels super intimidating. Am I right? Honestly speaking, most students just want to skip the opening entirely and read a quick summary online the night before the exam. But wait, what if I told you that the very first 13 lines of Macbeth, Act 1, Scene 1, are actually the greatest psychological trap ever written? It is literally the ultimate mystery box. So today, we are going completely in-depth to unbox this scene in this explainer. We'll be breaking down Chapter 1, the ultimate spooky vibe check, then Chapter 2, the original toxic gossip group, Chapter 3, the ultimate mind game of fair is foul, and finally, Chapter 4, setting the trap for Macbeth. And I'm going to explain all of this using stuff you actually deal with every day, like toxic friends, chaotic exam halls, and hostel life. So sit back, take a breath, and let's decode this.
एक सच बताऊं, we all know someone like this. Someone who smiles at you, helps you with your notes, acts like your absolute best friend. But behind your back, they are pure poison. They are literally plotting your downfall. I want you to keep that specific person in your head right now. Got them? Good. Because that exact feeling, that crazy disconnect between what looks super sweet on the outside but is totally deadly on the inside, that is the entire DNA of Macbeth. And Shakespeare establishes this toxic theme in literally the first few seconds.
Before a single word is even spoken on stage, Shakespeare hits us with this stage direction. Thunder and lightning. Enter three witches. Just imagine this visually. The sky is breaking open. The rain is just slashing down. And boom, a flash of lightning reveals three super creepy figures standing in the middle of absolute nowhere. No grand castle, no heroic music, just bad weather and weird women. He is immediately making the audience feel unsafe. He's basically saying, forget your comfortable reality. You are in my world now.
Chapter 1. The Ultimate Spooky Vibe Check.
Think about it. If you really want to mess with someone's head, you don't attack them when they are calm and focused, right? You hit them when their world is completely upside down. These witches don't just randomly appear. They appear in a storm. They are literally the physical embodiment of a bad vibe. Listen carefully to what the second witch says. When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won. Just let those old words sink in for a second. Students always stumble on this. Hurly-burly. It sounds like some funny cartoon character, right? But the tone here is dead serious. It's chilling.
So the crucial point here is understanding this weird vocabulary. Hurly-burly means a massive uproar, pure confusion, the extreme, bloody chaos of a medieval battlefield. But let's make it real for you. Imagine the absolute heart-pounding chaos right before a major board exam. People are crying, frantically flipping through notes, the bell is ringing. Or imagine shifting into a new college hostel. All your bags are just dumped outside, the seniors are yelling, and suddenly a massive thunderstorm hits. Total panic. That is a hurly-burly. The witches aren't just passively watching a battle. They feed on that exact anxious, chaotic energy.
Let's pause for a second. Honestly बताना, किस-किस के साथ ऐसा हुआ है? What is the biggest hurly-burly moment of your student life so far? Was it a surprise viva that ruined your day? A massive fight in the college canteen? Drop your stories in the comments right now. I really want to see what your personal level of chaos looks like.
Chapter 2. The Original Toxic Gossip Group.
We usually think of these weird sisters as dusty, boring historical figures with pointy hats. Wrong. Think of them as the ultimate toxic campus squad. You know the ones. They sit in the corner of the cafeteria. They know everyone's secrets, and they always know who is going to fail or break up before it even happens. They don't just participate in the drama, they manage it. It's not random magic, it's an itinerary, a literal meeting agenda. Look at the text. That will be ere the set of sun. That's the when. Upon the heath. That's the where. There to meet with Macbeth. That's the who. They speak in these short, rapid-fire lines, finishing each other's sentences. This isn't just spooky. It's highly organized. They are basically scheduling a trap in their Google calendars.
Then, right before they leave, they drop these totally bizarre lines. I come, Grey Malkin, and Paddock calls. What on earth is a Grey Malkin? It sounds like a brand of weird cough syrup or something. But this is actually Shakespeare grounding his world in very specific, gross, real-world witchcraft lore from the 1600s.
Dekho, here is what that actually means. In the lore of that time, witches had familiars, basically demonic spirits trapped in the bodies of animals that help them do evil stuff.
Graymalkin is a gray cat. Paddock is a toad. Think of them as the creepy sidekicks of our toxic friend group. The witches aren't even acting entirely on their own. They are answering to these lower-level demonic pets. It just shows how totally twisted their hierarchy is. So I have to ask, think about your own circles for a minute. Who is the witch plotting the drama, and who is the familiar? You know, the toxic enabler, just blindly following orders and making things 10 times worse. We all have a Paddock the Toad in our class. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Tag them in the comments. Or maybe don't, if you actually want to survive the semester.
Chapter 3, The Ultimate Mind Game. Fair is Foul.
Listen carefully, because this is the absolute climax of our analysis today. If you understand this next concept, you understand the entire play of Macbeth. Everything else is just details. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air. Chills. Seriously, read it out loud to yourself. It loops perfectly. It sounds like a hypnotic chant. All three witches say it together. The stage direction literally says all. They are declaring the absolute unbreakable rule of the universe they are about to drag Macbeth into. Think about the word fair. Something fair looks sweet. It looks like an amazing opportunity. It looks trustworthy. It's that senior giving you great advice about a shortcut. But foul? That is rotting, toxic, a deadly trap, a complete backstabber. What the witches are saying here is that the lines between these two things are completely erased. The good things are actually deadly, and the deadly things will look beautifully tempting. That friend who acts the sweetest to your face, they are the ones plotting your total ruin.
From an academic standpoint, and you should definitely write this down for your exams, this is a paradox. A statement that seems to contradict itself completely, but actually reveals a terrifying hidden truth. Fair is foul. It shouldn't make any sense, but in a world full of fake appearances and toxic people, it makes perfect sense. The witches are flipping the moral compass of the entire world upside down. Good is evil. Evil is good.
ये mistake बिल्कुल मत करना real life में. Seriously, have you ever fallen for a fair is foul trap? Maybe taking a shortcut to clear your backlogs that actually got you in huge trouble? Or a relationship that looked like a total fairy tale but was actually a nightmare? That is the witch's magic working in real life. Drop a fair is foul in the comments if you've survived a trap like that.
Chapter 4, Setting the Trap for Macbeth.
We've talked about the creepy vibe, we've talked about the witches and their completely twisted rules. Now, let's look at the target, the guy who has absolutely no idea what is coming for him. There to meet with Macbeth. Out of all the thousands of people fighting in this massive, bloody Scottish rebellion, these supernatural, chaotic beings have singled out one specific guy, Macbeth. Why him? Because right now, Macbeth is the hero. He is winning the battle. He's at the absolute peak of his fair reputation. And remember the rule? Fair is foul. The higher you are, the harder they are going to make you fall. It's chilling, Yar. They are just waiting in the fog and filthy air specifically for him. So, let's solve this mystery box once and for all. How does this opening scene actually work? Step 1. Create a disorienting, spooky vibe with the storm to break down the audience's comfort. Step 2. Establish the unbreakable rule of the play. Good is evil. Evil is good. Fair is foul. And step 3. Put a massive target on the hero's back right when he thinks he has won the battle. They wait for his victory. Because his victory makes him arrogant and vulnerable to ambition. It is a flawless, perfect psychological setup.
13 lines. That's all it took. In the time it takes you to scroll through 2 short reels on your phone, Shakespeare packed in supernatural dread, toxic psychology, and a trap that will literally destroy an entire kingdom. There is absolutely no wasted space here. Every single word of this hurly-burly is designed to pull you to the edge of your seat and keep you there.
So, the ultimate question is, are you ready to see what happens when the fair hero actually meets these foul witches? The trap is set. The fog is rolling in, and Macbeth is walking right into it. In your own life, the next time a shortcut or a fake friend looks way too good to be true, stop and ask yourself, is it fair or is it foul? If this explainer blew your mind and helped you understand Macbeth, hit subscribe and please share this in your college or school WhatsApp groups right now. Thanks for watching and stay sharp out there.